心配
What's going on, My Hero Academia fans? We're back with another My Hero Academia All's Justice video. Now today's video is going to be a full roster prediction on what I feel like the characters are going to be coming in All's Justice. Now before we get started, I promised you guys that in the beginning of the video we would start doing questions for you guys to get a chance to get your comment shout out. So we have our first three winners from the what you missed video. So here are going to be the three winners that won the contest for the shout out comment. Our first one is going to be the homie Mole Free. Bakugo is not just my favorite person in Class 1A, he's my favorite character in the entire show. From him telling Izuku to jump from the roof in Season 1 to his last scene in Season 7, he by far had my favorite character arc so far in the show. Big shouts out to Mole for that one. Next comment is going to be Element 30-1. I like Deku, he's my favorite character and student. I'm with you with that one, Element. I agree as well. And our last comment is going to be Izuka Asta Rengoku. Boy, what a name. I would say Izuka Midoriya, he's my boy. Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys. Congratulations to you three for winning. Now, for a chance to get your comment shout out next time, I want everybody to comment down below their favorite villain. What is your favorite villain in My Hero Academia? I will pick you three comments for the next video. Let's go ahead and dive into All's Justice roster prediction. Alrighty, so if we go back and look at One's Justice character selection screen, as you can see, One's Justice had a total of 23 characters. That is 3 DLC characters included. Fast forward to One's Justice 2, we had 9 DLC characters, which equaled up to 51 characters total in One's Justice 2. So jumping from 23 to 51 is actually not a bad jump. Now, if we look at All's Justice from 51 to what, maybe I'm gonna shoot for like 80 characters, I kind of feel like that's how it's going to be. Like between 75 to 80 it's probably going to be base roster. But here's my prediction for All's Justice character roster. So we're going to start off with Deku. Now this is where it gets a little tricky. Now we're going to I personally feel like we're going to have a Black Whip Deku and a Vigilante Deku, and I feel like the Vigilante Deku is going to be the Deku that we see on the gameplay trailer. I don't think that's going to be an end arc Deku, because that'll literally be 6 Dekus. Now don't get me wrong, we have a bunch of Narutos, a bunch of Sasukes. If we happen to separate Vigilante Deku and then end arc Deku that fights Shigaraki, I wouldn't be mad at it. But I personally feel like Black Whip and Float Deku might be a character, because you got to think Class 1A, 1B Deku is clearly a different character. They're not going to put shoot style Deku in 1A and 1B. So I feel like a Black Whip Deku is going to be a character itself, and then maybe a Vigilante Deku slash end of arc Deku. I don't know how that's going to be, but if that's the case, we are already looking at 53 characters for those Dekus alone. Now, I know a lot of people are asking me, do I think they're going to do Bakugo? I think Bakugo personally is going to be 2 Bakugos. Regular Bakugo and then Cluster Bakugo. I don't think Bakugo is going to be one character. I think old Bakugo is also still going to be a character, just from bringing him back to from One's Justice 1 to 2. Everybody else is probably going to be just one character updated. I don't think we're going to do 2 Suus, 2 Urakas. I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, what about Unbreakable Kirishima? I personally feel like Unbreakable might be part of the Rising system, which is looking like an Awakening system. I don't think Kirishima is going to be a separate character when it comes to like Unbreakable. I feel like it's going to be like an install. So if we make Bakugo another character, we're looking at 54. Add in the Class 1A students, we're looking at Sero, Sato, Koda, Shoji, Ojiro, and Toto, aka Invisible Girl, which is already at 60. Now, if we go ahead and look at the pro heroes, we're already looking at Mech All Might, which is going to be 61. Mirko, Best Genius, Mount Lady. I personally feel like Ryu is going to be a character. Kamui Woods. This is where these other characters kind of get a little crazy. Burning, I think Burning is going to be a character. Edge Shot, and of course Cementos, of course, since he already has a model from Ultra Rumble, and then Star and Stripe. That's already 10 pro hero characters, which already gives us 70 characters. Go back to Class 1B, we already have Tetsu and Kendo. If we add in Abara due to her model being Ultra Rumble, and Monoma, we are looking at 72. Head over to the villain side, we're going to have 2 Dobbies. So of course, if we add in White Hair Dabi, aka Toya, that's already 73. Shiggy, I feel like we're going to get 2 Shigarakis. We're going to get White Hair Shigaraki, and then we're going to get the All for One Fusion Shigaraki. As you can see, the Shiggy that basically we saw in the gameplay trailer, that's going to be 2 Shiggis, which gives us a total of 4 Shigarakis. With that, that's already a 75. Toga, it's up in the air with Toga. We can get We can get the we can get half Uraraka Toga for being like a plus ultra. We can get Toga with twice his blood. I don't know if that would be two separate characters, but if we do get another Toga with the old Toga, that would give us 76. Prime All for One, 77. Lady Noggin, of course, 78. I mean, I really feel like Noggin is going to be a character. I mean, she already has two quirks. We have Airwalk that All for One gave her, and then her sniping, her being rifle. I think that can work in its favor being a zone character, especially with the Airwalk quirk. Spanner, of course, and Reed Destroyer, what already puts us at 80 characters. Now, if you have any comments, if you have any replacements, please let me know. It took me a while to come up with like certain characters that I feel like will be in the game. Currently, as we speak, I'm actually rewatching the Liberation arc right now as we speak, and some of these characters they can't miss out on. There are some very important fights that happen, and I feel like they can't skip this, especially like with Mountain Lady. I feel like what's his name? He was under Redestro, Jetton or Gettin, his ice manipulation quirk. I wouldn't be surprised if he was a character either, to be honest with you. Now if we head over to DLC, we're gonna get like a season 1 pass, and I think that might be it, honestly. I would like Nana to be a character. Shimura, Nana. I don't want to call her Nana. I want to call her Nana. I feel like she would be a character. And since we have Lady Noggin, I wouldn't be mad if we did Snipe. 1B is known for being DLC, so if we even did like more 1B class 1B characters, Setsuna, feel like it'd be a good character. Old girl with the mushroom head, I think her name is Kinoko. What was her name again? Kinoko, I think that was her name. Yeah, Setsuna and Komori. I won't be too mad at they, because they definitely had quote unquote maybe important fights, in my opinion. I don't know. They had a good few episodes. They had a good run. So I feel like Komori and Setsuna will probably be cool DLC characters. I know a lot of people are looking for movie characters, and I don't blame you. If we were to even do like One for All Bakugo, I wouldn't be mad. Dark All Might, 9. I know a lot of people requesting 9 for a character. Who else would I not be mad at for DLC character? There's somebody I would definitely love to have a DLC character. Let's see, what would I say? I said 9. I said 1. Oh, Vigilante. The main character from Vigilante. That'd give Vigilante some good advertisement. That would definitely be cool to see them bring in a Vigilante character. Wouldn't be mad at that as well. It's like a final DLC character. But other than that, that is my list. So we would basically be going from 23 to 51 to 80. I would not be mad at that. And the only way this roster would probably be 81 if they separated Vigilante Deku and then the Deku that fights Shigaraki at the end. Now, I want you guys to also comment this below, because maybe I'm tripping. Do you guys think those are two different Dekus? Like, is that Vigilante Deku different than the Deku that fights Shigaraki in the end? Do you think those are two different ones, or is it just like the outfit thing? Because I really feel like the Deku that fights Shigaraki is basically still Vigilante Deku, just without the outfit on, just without the the mask. So I don't know. I feel like that'd probably be a waste of a slot, because I'm pretty sure he can still do gear shift. He can still do smoke screen, everything else. I feel like that would be. We don't need 6 Dekus. 5 Dekus, I do feel like we're gonna get. We're gonna get 5 Dekus, 4 Shigaragis, and 2 Bakugos. Maybe 2 Togas. Definitely 2 Dobbies, and I think those are going to be the only duplicate characters we have. I know somebody in the comment section below was asking, not below, I saw in a different video mentioning Overhaul. I think we're still going to get 2 separate Overhauls, which is regular Overhaul and V2. I don't think we're going to get Giant Overhaul. I don't think we need him, but V2 Overhaul was definitely its character in itself, and I do still feel like Full Cow 100% Deku still needs to be a character in itself. So I don't want to hear we don't need 5 Dekus, because if that's the case, we don't need 5 Tanjiros, we don't need 5 Narutos. Like, come on, let's be real. They're their own character. And like I said, I definitely feel like Black Whip / Float Deku is going to be a character, and then Vigilante Deku. So we're probably going to definitely get 2 new Dekus. But other than that, that is my character prediction. Also, if you made it this far into the video, I just want to say the homie Dirk made this thumbnail. This thumbnail was absolutely god tier. I do feel like we both talked about it, and due to it being so many characters, they're definitely going to go the storm route. I feel like what each character has, like each category has a page. instead of just scrolling down a big list. Like Class 1A already has a page within itself. Pro Heroes can have a page within itself along with Class 1B. The villains can have a page in with themselves. It just looks very organized. So big shouts out to Dirk for making this beautiful thumbnail. Other than that, let me know who you would like to see down below, guys. Make sure you guys comment down below your favorite My Hero Academia villain for a chance for a shout out video. You guys are doing amazing. Let's give this video 100 likes. Love you guys, and I will see you later.
Now I'm gonna break it up, baby. So they got it on my knee, I'm like yo. Demo quito on my knee, what I deny, yo. Give me fire. Light it up, baby. My yeah.